again. So we have here, everything's really cooked down. You see how you got that nice translucent color? That's what you want. It should be smelling pretty darn good right now. So this is when you start to add your garlic. The reason you don't add your garlic earlier is because garlic likes to burn. And crunchy garlic is not exactly what we're going for here. So now garlic is not something I can tell you a measurement of. I can tell you that I'm adding about 2 tablespoons because everybody likes different amount of garlic. I like a lot of garlic. Neil loves a lot of garlic. So I'm going to put in quite a bit of garlic. So like I said, about 2 tablespoons. And I'm going to stir that right in there. Now your temperature is about medium now. After everything gets pretty cooked. Alright. Now we're going to need some salt. So, again, I'm going to put about almost a tablespoon in of sea salt, kosher sea salt. Why so much? Because it's anything that's starchy soaks up salt, but if it turns out to taste mildly salty. So you can always add some if you want some salt. So I also have some fresh black pepper that I've ground up. I have a coffee grinder, and I use that for pepper instead of coffee because it's actually pretty useless with coffee. It's not very good for coffee beans, so it's perfect for pepper. So lots of black pepper. I'd say maybe a teaspoon and a half. Okay. Now usually I put in fresh parsley, but we're kind of plumb out of it, so I'm going to put some of that in there too. I'm going to put about 2 tablespoons of parsley in there. Whenever you use dried, you use less. Use about 1/3 less. Cumin. This is ground cumin. It's my favorite spice. We're going to put in about a tablespoon and a half. It's a very mild spice. Cinnamon, just a pinch. This is what makes it Lebanese. Just a little bit. Cinnamon's a very strong spice, so that was maybe half a teaspoon. Coriander, ground, not whole. Don't do whole. You'll be chewing your soup, and it'll be nasty. Same thing, about a tablespoon and a half as the cumin. Now, if you want to make Neil very happy, you add some cayenne pepper. Very unorthodox. Very powerful spice. Okay, we're going to take some of that out. Alright. He'll love it. Okay. So we got all that kind of stuff in there, so now we just need a couple more things. We need our lentils. Right here I have measured out exactly 1 pound of green French lentils. I'm going to add them in. I'm going to add the last vegetable, which if you remember is those potatoes. I don't add potatoes till now because potatoes tend to stick and burn. So you want to add them when you're adding your water. Then we have our water. This is 12 cups of warm water. The reason it's warm is because we're going to be adding some vegetable base. Okay? No MSG. Alright, I'm putting about a half of a cup of vegetable base in here. Now make sure if you're a vegetarian that you check the label because vegetable base isn't necessarily vegetarian. Mix it up in there, get all the clumps out. Now if you like it a little stronger, like a little more flavorful soup, you can put a little more in there. I think flavor is good. Alright. And just pour that right in there. Now, let me tell you something about a pressure cooker. It's very important to know. If you're going to use a pressure cooker, they're a good investment. Never fill it up above about where it is now. Because once you put the top on, it's dangerous. Like, it needs to have air to like circulate everything up here. So anyway, I'm going to stir everything up, make sure nothing's burning, sticking, anything like that. Okay? And I'm going to add one thing, and then we're going to be able to cover it up and let it cook for a while. And that's fresh lemon juice. This makes it. You got that spicy flavor, and this gives it a little bit of acidic. It's very nice. It's a good balance. It's also something you garnish it with when you're done. And that's it. Pop on your lid. Okay, keep it on the flame pretty medium to high until this thing pops up, this pressure gauge pops up. When it starts going like this and go pshh, and you'll see the steam coming out, then you turn that flame down to about there. And you let it cook for about a half hour, okay? And we'll come back with the finished results. Ready?
Ready.
All right, we're rolling. Okay, so the soup's been cooking about 45 minutes. And because it was a pressure cooker, this was sticking up and it was going pshh, you know. So to cool it down, I carried it over to the sink and I ran cold water all around it, and then the pressure gauge slowly went down, and that unlocks the mechanism so you can open it. When you open a pressure cooker, if you're using a pressure cooker, watch out for the steam, okay? If you're using a regular pot, you don't have to worry about any of this. You just do regular pot things. Anyway, so here's the soup. It looks like it's perfectly done. It's kind of got a thick consistency. The potatoes are done. It smells wonderful. To finish it off, all you have to do is add some fresh lemon juice, like what I had added earlier. You can also serve the soup with lemon wedges and some bread or some rice, some kind of carbohydrate, which people really tend to like. And that's about it. That's how you make Neil soup, N-E-I-L. Yeah, okay. Neil soup, and I hope you enjoyed. And stay tuned for beer bread coming next.